Hi, my name is Lauren Estes, and I am a service learning coordinator at Central Piedmont Community College. And the person that I chose to interview was Michael Matlock, and he is the director of campus administration at one of the two campuses that I work at. I chose to interview him because the role of campus administrator can mean many different things, and it looks very different on every one of our campuses. With Michael, he kind of is the go to guy. For basically everything, and he's been a great mentor to me, and so it was great to kind of talk to him on a professional level. We always talk on a personal level, and so it was nice to kind of bend his ear professionally in this way. Now, when I gave him my paper, he had great feedback. The two topics that I mentioned in my paper were the rising cost of education and how technology and the influx of technology has changed the way that education should look. It can no longer be kind of you're the person who knows everything and you tell me what I need to know. It's, I have access to it. Tell me how to sift through the access that I have. So he agreed with both of those, and he also wanted to add that there's a politicizing of education. We all know that. We know that education is very political, but his kind of statements were, in the 25 years that he's been in it, he's seen parties change policy almost 180 degrees right after each other. And so kind of his statement was, you just can't get too comfortable with the way that things are until you're in a position where you're making the policy. So he encouraged me to do that in the future. The three takeaways that I have from our conversation I wrote down because I loved how he phrased them. The first is campuses and higher education take time to do anything. So you need to pick your battles. And I think that he was probably talking to me personally about this because I struggle with that. I struggle to pick my battles because I struggle to understand why things have to take so long, and why we continue to do things that are beneficial for students if we know that there's a better way to do them. And his statement was, pick your battles, because when you speak, you want people to listen. And if you're constantly talking, no one's listening. His second statement was, leadership is earned, and he kind of tacked on to the end of that, people quit managers, and he probably again tacked that on because I just did. I just quit a manager to take on a different position. My job was great, but my manager was horrible, and so I moved into a different position, and I am much happier now. And so his statement to me was, when you become a manager, be mindful of that. And then his last was, assessment is the key to higher ed. And, he said, if you want to justify your profession in student affairs, you want to justify who you are as a professional, you want to justify the way that you impact students and the value that what you do adds to campus, the only way to really have that conversation in a higher ed setting is through assessment. And that's something that I need to work on. It's a skill set that I need development in. And so I think that that was very timely and valuable advice, and feedback for me. And hopefully that resonates with somebody else.